do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Gun.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Hey, Alpha.
Max 50. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Hey. 50 to Mike. 50.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Tyrell Williams. A gain of 5. And the Buccaneer first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Everyone, 37 is the Mike. Mike 37. Watch the glass. Everyone, 37 is the Mike. Mike 37. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Everyone, 37 is the Mike. Mike 37. Let's go.
Hey, Sam on. Now.
They'll look to throw here. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
90 Wolves.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. SOS.
5.
Let's see.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This is caught by Williams. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Go.
37 is the Mike. Mike 37. You.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got it to Williams. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. To the air again, it's Cousins. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot in the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot in the end zone early in the down and distance count.
From the 27, Cousins. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Joe Schobert coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Newman. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. There to stop him was Carlton Davis.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newman. Open here, Adam Thielen. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down. On 1st down, Dobbins. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. first down. Newman. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England, the Rams never even got into the red zone in that game, and now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Mike, 53. 53.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a give, right side. Dobbins, and he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's Pollard. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 43-yard line. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago. Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time. They'll try to run here with Barber. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
On 2nd down, Dobbins, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike. There we go.
On first down, Newman. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Let's go. Travel. Crash.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Here we go. And read. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D. Don't let him breathe, defense. Check 37. Check 37. Check, Palmer. 22. Check, Palmer. Here we go.
On second down now. Dobbins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with fourth down and a yard. And Jason Garrett's going to leave the offense on the field. They're going to go for it here on fourth.
Watch QB drop. Hey, watch this.
On fourth down, Newman. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he is all the way up past the 25. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tony Pollard, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. On 1st and 10, Newman. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, but it'll be second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First and 10.
This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at first and 10. Looking to throw. Newman looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. 6.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. A huge play that time for the Rams. 42 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. He'll have a first down inside the 10. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, and it's Pollard again. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Hey, try 7.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Danny.
2nd and 6. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
when everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Here we go, 50-50, Mike 50. Let's go, G. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike 50, Mike 50.
They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Newman. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, Ring, 54. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
On first down, Dobbins. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Tighten down. There you go.
To throw on 2nd down, Newman. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 3rd and short.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, Dobbins, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check 53 flight. All day, dog.
Throwing on first down, Newman. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Check 31. Henry. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Here we go. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 164. Wait.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is brought in at the 21. Pushing through the contact, and he'll be out right at the 35. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a... Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Malik Collins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 3.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Listen.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And he finds the tight end, Rodgers. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. On play action, Cousins. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
It's 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, box truck.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check. 22, check, Palmer. 22, check, Palmer. Check 13.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A 1st down carry now for Miller. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs. And it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Check 56. Pull it. Pass. Check 99. Check 99.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike 53. All day, every day. Any blossom.
Looking to throw. Newman. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Back to throw. Newman. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Cousins the thrower, escaping the pressure right. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his 2nd there. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Cousins now. And he's got Snead. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 23. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 57's the mic. Flipper.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Check. First.
Slam.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Snead's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The quick slant caught. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One last shot now for Cousins, and that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be, and time has run out now on this game. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for L.A., their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.